Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Reckless streams. And no, Vic, I am not going to be here at 9. I would have been here on time. I had to do last minute notes and then because it's a reckless stream, so got a little caught up. Y'all know how that go. Once again, reckless stream. Don't put it in the comments. Don't put it in the comments. And Vic says excuse me, Z gonna come at 9. Watch. No, I'm here. I'm here. What's going on, Detro? Right? What's going on, Demetrius? Demetrius in here. What Demetrius says. Demetrius says the only reason I'm asking if you're going to address the Sonia Messi situation is because I think there's something to be said about people relying on the police. Okay, I gotta look up this Messi situation. Okay, I will. Right, Mr. Shukti says Alexa play Gotham City remix, bro. I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna go into it. Right. What's going on? Gold Professor and Gold Professor is in here, and y'all already know Mr. Z's rules every single time, y'all. And so Gold Professor was the first person. If y'all don't know, Gold Professor was the first person that suggested that Mr. Z start his channel, and here we are. What 3-ish years later, something like that. And so y'all send all y'all hate mail to Gold Professor, right? Okay, and I'm Waffles gave me a link, so let me click that now so that we can have it in our history, so we don't do the same mistake that we keep doing when I'm Waffles give us a link and we don't click it and then we lose it, and then I gotta ask him to send it again because it's gone somewhere in the ether. Give me 1 second. Got it. Wait, do I? Come on, y'all give me a second.
All right, so this is
Okay, got that, and I think Mr. Shook to you sent me something too. Wait a minute.
wait.
So that we could start the subject. It's gonna be. Oh, this is gonna be good, y'all. By the way. Okay, I got it. Okay, so that's by the way, Mr. Shook to you. We'll be using that soon enough, right? The kills, right? Okay, so. And Mr. Shook to you says, Z, you've been cheating us on the song of the day. I'm trying to help you out. Okay, right. All right. So for those of you that checked out the links, and shout out to Coach Greg Adams, he posted the short link from Instagram. I went back and watched the whole interview. Oh boy, it's even worse. Oh, but Coach Greg, you cheated. I'm talking about cheating. Mr. Shook to you, Coach cheated us. Coach, oh no, you should have reviewed the whole goddamn thing, Coach. Oh no, this is bad. First, I want to say welcome to Dade County. So these women look like they're from the Tri-County area. For those of you um, non-associated, right? Those non-familiar with Florida, Tri-County area. Once you get into Florida, whenever you hear someone say the Tri-County area, they are referring to Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County, which are the 3 most populous counties in the state. They're on the southern east side of the state. And obviously Dade County is where Miami is in Dade County. Now it's Miami-Dade County. For those of us that are from Dade County, we still just say Dade. If somebody tells you they're from Miami, they might be from Dade County for real, but they ain't really, they're not really moving and shaking and moving about. Fort Lauderdale is in Broward County. So if y'all ever meet someone from Fort Lauderdale, or for those of you Gen Z and younger millennials, Kodak Black, XX Tentacion were all from Broward County. I think Kodak is from Pompano. I can't remember where in Broward XX was from. I think he had spent some time in Miramar, which is more southern Broward County, just a hop skip away from the northern side of Dade County, and then Palm Beach County, which is where West Palm Beach is, and that is also, if I'm not mistaken, where Trump has Mar-a-Lago and whatnot. So Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. Palm Beach has a lot of old money. A lot of retirees moved to Palm Beach County. So yeah, and there you go. So that's for my for all of you that don't really know about Florida like that, right? So okay, these ladies are from, I would argue Dade County, but the Tri-County area. So I'm just gonna say Dade County and whenever you hear me say Dade County, just read the whole Tri-County area. Yeah. Welcome to Dade County, everyone. Okay. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. But the great. So we get to see the difference here between matriarchal thinking and some wayward thinking that we may not agree with when it comes to women, and full-on gynocracy. full on gynocracy, right? You get to see the difference, and it's displayed here. See, if I wanted to give black women advice, this is what I would say to them. See, you're about to say it. Yeah, I am. Black women, maybe y'all should stop interviewing with non-black women, or at least black women that kind of didn't grow up in black culture. Maybe y'all should stop interviewing with them, because they keep on showing men writ large the difference between, y'all don't see it. Y'all think, y'all don't really appreciate how much that dichotomy only makes you look worse, right? Whenever it's horrendous. You watch this Latina, I want to say Afro Latina, her name is Luna, right? And you see she's a little wayward also. We wouldn't necessarily want to be down with her and her program either. But when you compare her to the gynocracy, oh boy, she makes sense, right? She makes sense, right? So these are the type of women that Z has grown up with. If you want to know why I'm able to translate, and shout out to Donovan Sharp for this one, womanese, it's because these are the type of women that I grew up with. These are my contemporaries. These are the women who I went to school with, their older and younger sisters, older and younger girl cousins, right? That is why y'all see Mr. Z is able to break down a lot of womanese. I never think that men actually fully know, because I don't think it's possible. Because I don't really think that women know themselves. So I definitely don't think that men could know women not like that, right? Shout out to Edward Anderson. But if y'all want to know how Z is able to dissect a lot of this, especially seeing that, I don't have quadruple digit sexual interactions with women. Z, you got to be that many? I know, right? Or any of that. It's because I grew up with women like the women y'all see on this panel, including the Latina, right? So let's go through it. Let's go through it. Listen to the obsession with positive language, empowerment language, quote unquote freedom, right? And etc., right? Translation, negative liberty. If you listen to these women speak, all you hear is this obsession with doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it, with no limitations. Nothing wrong with that, but there are consequences, though. There are consequences, right? If y'all listen, right? What you hear from these women is this idea that outliers defy the rule. So that means that the rule doesn't apply. Definitely not to these individual women, right? So they look for one or two outliers, and then those one or two outliers, the 1 or 2% out of 100, means that, you know what? If those one or two women out of 100 women could do it, that means that it's possible. That means everything you just said doesn't mean anything. And just listen to the women talk. Z, they weren't even talking about probability or possibility. You weren't listening. Huh? Listen to the way they're speaking. And what I actually appreciated about this conversation is they left the most salacious part of the conversation to the end. That's when it got good. For those of you that are only 10 minutes in, you that last about 15 or so minutes, really 10 minutes is when it gets good. That last subject is when it gets really good. Right? These people rely on outliers way too much to prove their point. Right? We had a panel of 4 different women, 3 black women, 1 maybe Afro Latina, right? And these other black women made the Afro Latina, or just Latina, 5 kids, married 4 times, 5 kids married 4 times, and her name, she goes by Luna, the life coach. They made her seem like the most realistic person. 5 children, married 4 times. Black women a lot, and this is why, like I said, like that's why I say we're in hell. This is why Charles say, black men are the garbage men of the dating world. This is why you get, even other black men joking and making light of our how we date and what we like and what we're limited to, right? Our choices, quote unquote choices, because the Latina that's 5 kids in, four married 4 times, seem like the reasonable one and the realistic one in this conversation, and that's frightening. Black women, how bad does it have to be that the Latina 5 kids married 4 times, according to her? Mr. Z is not pulling this out. That's what she said. 5 kids married 4 times. Now, we don't know if she's claiming other children as hers, or if one of these kids or 2 of these kids were from one of the previous marriages and she's just claiming that child as hers. Possible. Okay. But still, according to her, 5 children married 4 times. And black women, the other 3 women on the panel, the 3 black women, clearly visibly black women, made the Latina 5 kids married 4 times seem like the sane, reasonable one. Huh? Wow. All Z heard here in this conversation was there are no hard and fast rules. There are no real standards. There are no best practices, right? Just freestyle and do what you want to do, however you want to do it. Nothing wrong with that, ladies. I'm in Dade County also. I'm in the Tri-County area also. Huh? I see what that costs black women. I want you to understand the 3 black women here and even that Latina represent what's really going on in the Tri-County area. Not when y'all come to South Florida and y'all go to South Beach, right? Not when y'all walking around Coral Gables, when y'all on Cocoa Walk. Nope, nope, nope. Right? Not when y'all in Brickell. Not when you're in Wynwood. Huh? These 4 women represent what Dade County really look like. What it really sounds like. The women, at least. Huh? Wow. The question for the last segment. Now we're getting to the good stuff. We're going to spend some time on this, right? Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. This is where we're going to spend the bulk of our time right here. Are women transactional? That was the question, I guess, that was posed by men that watched this show. And that's what the host, her name is Kiki, right? That's what the host read. The men are saying women are becoming more and more transactional. Are women transactional? No. The answer that Z would give, Black Manosphere here speaking, no black modern women, the gynocrats, are not transactional. They're mercenaries. Remember, this is Mr. Z pulling a Jason Black. Let me pat myself on the back for this one. Remember, Z was the one that told y'all, stop calling black women masculine. They're not being masculine. They're petulant children throwing a temper tantrum. Well, I come bearing gifts. What we are going to say to this is, no, these women aren't transactional. And I'm going to explain why I'm saying what I'm saying in a minute. They are not transactional. They are relationship mercenaries. There's a difference between transactional, even exchange. How Obsidian say it? Even exchange ain't no highway robbery. This is not even exchange. These women are not transactional. They're mercenaries. Right? Mercenaries for the gynocracy, mercenaries for white government, mercenaries for the white corporate state. Huh? They're not transactional. If they were transactional, the marriage rate in the black community would skyrocket. These women are not transactional. Huh? Definition. Transactional relationship. A transactional relationship is a give and take agreement where people do things for each other in anticipation of receiving something in return. Let's say that again. Transactional relationship. A transactional relationship is a give and take agreement where people do things for each other in anticipation of receiving something in return. That is not what black women, if y'all want to do the whole modern thing, okay. Modern black women, the gynocracy, that is not what they're engaging in. That's why Mr. Z said they're not transactional. Huh? Mercenary. A mercenary, also known as a hired gun, soldier of fortune, or merc, is a private individual who is not part of an official military and fights in armed conflict for personal gain, personal gain, personal gain. Mercenaries are often hired by foreign countries or governments to serve in armies and might fight for any state or nation without regard to political interest. Without regard to political interest, the black community political interest, without regard to political interest. This is why Mr. Z said they're not transactional, they're mercenaries. And there's a price for that. Huh? They are not transactional, they're mercenaries. Dear black men, we got to update our lingo. Goddamn, I'm sounding like Jason Black. Damn you, Jason Black. Right? It's not transactional. If it was transactional, the black community wouldn't be in the position it is in. Black men earn more than black women. Black men employ more people than black women. Black men have better credit scores than black women. Black men have more wealth than black women. If black women were truly moving transactionally in the black community, which I still don't even suggest that, but that would actually be a step somewhat in the right direction. If black women were operating transactionally with black men, we would be in a better position as a community. It's not transactional. They're mercenaries. They're working for the interest of white women. They're working in the interests of white men. They're working in the interest of the black female gynocracy. They're not transactional. They're mercenaries. Huh? Huh. So the young lady with just about all of them had tattoos, so I can't even say with the arm tattoo. But her name is she was wearing like the kind of black dress. Her name is I am Monique J. Monique J, right? So when the question of or the conversation got, this is where it got really good and heavy and interesting. Conversation of transactional relationships came up. Miss I am Monique J responded and said, when the young lady, oh, actually, this is what Mr. Z has to say to that. When the young lady says men don't have to do anything, so this is Monique J saying that men don't have to do anything, right? So she's saying men don't have to participate in this transaction. That's how they were framing it. Once again, mercenary, not transaction, right? So she's saying men don't have to do anything, just stay out of her face. These are her comments, right? Men don't have to do anything, just stay out of my face. Fine. And I say to that, that's why 62% of black women are single. Uh-oh. Men already staying out of black women's faces. Miss Monique J, are you not watching the videos on TikTok and on YouTube of black little girls, black young women crying in their car, crying in their parents' car that the boys and the men are not talking to them, are not trying to date them? That's your 16-year-olds all the way up to, well, about your age, actually 60, 70. Men are already engaging in what you're saying. Because once again, y'all are not transactional. This framing was off. Y'all are mercenaries. And if you're saying your rules, this is what you said, Miss Monique J, that if men don't want to engage in this, fine, just stay out of your face. Go talk to black women. Black women are already telling you, black men don't value us. Good luck trying to pull the white or Latino man because they're not trying to talk to y'all neither. Oops. Be careful what you say and what you wish for. Promise you, black women get in a swaggy bag and they just start talking and talking and they say things and you're like, do you understand what you just said? Do you understand the consequences and the repercussions of your own words? Be careful what you say, but they can't help it. We're talking about black men here. Black women can't help it. They can't help but to, stab at you and make fun of you and mock you and insult you. So she says, fine, you don't want to engage in this? Then fine, stay out of my face. Black men are already doing that. That's why 62% of black women are single. Huh? What are you talking about? Right? Here's something very important for those of you that I really implore y'all to watch this because I'm about to make reference to something. If you look at the young lady's face, look at her facial expression, look at her body gestures and body language, right? When she says period, so that's at the end of her statement, she literally says period, right? And she says this after saying this bill need to be paid for, right? This bill needs to be paid. And what she's saying is if you're not coming to me saying, oh, I love you and I want it, we need to go walking and we need to go read books and we need to, right? If you're what she's saying is if she thinks that this is just going to be a sexual thing or anything of that, she sees it as transactional and okay, these bills need to be paid, period. Look at her face when she says it. Look at her body movements, her body gestures, her body language when she says period. What are we talking about? She said that also, right? What are we talking about? If y'all look at the young lady's face, if you look at her body language and her gestures, all the sass, all the bravado in the world, huh? All the attitude, y'all. Man, if y'all never been to South Florida, I'm telling y'all, huh? All the sass in the world. Now, apparently, this young lady, I am Monique J, is a realtor. Oh boy, huh? Apparently, she's a realtor. But if y'all look at her face when she say period, and then what are we talking about? Huh? Oh, welcome to Dade County, y'all. Right? Just look at her face when she said, this bill need to be paid. Period. Look at how she, and you know, so the negative stereotype, and you hear supposedly black women feel a certain way about black men and other non-black people mocking black women by saying, oh, they neck rolling in their attitude. Look at Miss Monique J when she says, period, what we talking about? Look at her face and tell me she actually didn't neck roll. Look at her demeanor. Look at her attitude. Mr. Z ain't making that up. Look at the rage on her face for men even thinking. You think you could do anything with me without paying these bills? I might have did that for the dudes I actually found attractive when I was in my mid-20s. Oops. They may not had to have pay anything, but you, sir, oh, you're gonna have to pay, and you're gonna have to pay what they didn't have to pay because they didn't have to pay. Huh? Demetrius says they're escorts, but I thought we knew this, Z. Right? Look at her face when she says, what did she say again? This bill need to be paid, right? Period. What we talking about? So the capture didn't I said the capture, excuse me. The camera didn't capture her face up front. You could see it, you could see her from the side, right? But you could see the neck roll, you see the attitude, right? It's radiating from your phone or your laptop, whatever you're watching this on, your desktop, hopefully not the one at work, right? Telescope, I'm not even going to go into it yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. That swaggy begging telescope, and telescope says, Z, you know half of realtors earn less than 30K a year doing real estate. I'm going to get to the swaggy begging part, telescope. Huh? How these women with all their ego and all their bravado don't really want to tell you, hey, man, I need you to subsidize my life. I'm earning 40 grand a year. I'm 35, 40, 50, $60,000 in student loan debt. I have this baby luxury car, baby Benz. Shout out to Indigo Flow. I have this baby Benz I could barely afford. I go on trips with my homegirls even though I can't afford it. So I'm in major credit card debt. $10,000 in credit card debt. $15,000 in credit card debt. Student loan debt, $60,000, $35,000, $40,000. Baby luxury car could barely afford $40,000. Uh-oh. Huh? Instead of these women being honest about that, they swaggy beg by telling you this is what you're supposed to do. Huh? Because they don't want you to have the power in the relationship of knowing that you're subsidizing them. So what they do is tell you these are your obligations. It don't matter. And we're gonna get to Luna in a minute because Luna, y'all let the Latina check y'all ass. For your own good, black women, make sure your panels, make sure you vet them so you can have the echo chamber that y'all would like. Because every time y'all put one of these white women or Southern European white women or Latina women that y'all haven't vetted and y'all made sure she's just going to regurgitate the same crap you're on, whenever y'all put them in the conversation with y'all, they make y'all look even bigger fools because men get to see the dichotomy. And I want to be very clear to black women in specific, black Western women. Men are already looking at y'all sideways. That's why y'all are single as hell. But when y'all put these type of women in the conversation, the dichotomy is just screaming at us. It's screaming at us why y'all are single. And why this Latina got 5 kids from 4 different men. It's screaming at us why y'all are single. Why y'all can't keep a man worth a damn. I don't care about all that crap. Oh, I'm the one who break up with the men I'm with. Y'all, nobody want to hear it. Huh? And Mr. Shook to you says, they are just not good, honest people. Shout out to the Roger Report. Right? Huh. So, continuing. When Luna, the Latina, asked the most simple question ever, what are men getting for being your spouse? It did not register with the rest of the panel. It did not register with the other 3 ladies, right? And this is what separates the matriarchy and wayward black women from the gynocracy. Huh? The Latina represents a matriarch. We're not even for matriarchy over here, but I want y'all to see the grades of going down to hell, the levels of hell, right? The Latina represents a matriarch. 5 children, married 4 times. The black women on that panel, particularly the host, Kiki, and I am Monique J, they represent the gynocracy. You're seeing the matriarchy at least acknowledge, okay, what is he getting from you to be your spouse? And the gynocracy is essentially saying my presence. Uh-oh. The matriarchy, and if you, this is what BGS tries to explain. The matriarchy actually invests in the men and the boys, and even though it's a very lopsided agreement on their end, right, where they get most of it, at least they're willing to say, you know what, we gotta at least incentivize these men and these boys somehow. The gynocracy said, absolutely not. Get it how you live, and then if you do make it, you better marry the darkest skin, heaviest set, broadest nose, kinkiest hair black woman. We don't care if we bullied you back in the day. We don't care if we made fun of you. We don't care if we ignored you. What you're seeing, the difference between Luna and the rest of that panel is the difference between the matriarchy and the gynocracy. The gynocracy believes it doesn't have to invest in the boys and the men. That it could just kick the boys and the men out. Hey, go get it how you live. Huh? But everything you get, everything you are, everything you make still belongs to us, black women, the gynocracy. Huh? Yeah. The difference between the matriarchy and the gynocracy, everyone. If y'all want to see it exhibited in real time in your face, there you go. 3 black women, the 1 Latina, and she had the ovaries to actually say, I disagree. I disagree. Oh, not only did she didn't even try to sneak it in. She said, I disagree. And she didn't say it. She wasn't being animated. She had a very, this was her tone right here. I disagree. I disagree. Oh boy. First of all, you disagreed with the gynocracy on camera as a woman. Ooh, and you said the word disagree. Oh, right? You said the word. If you want to know why they attempt to sabotage you while still keeping you in the black community, because no man is signing up for this. That's why you gotta laugh when black women talk about going to date and swirl and all of this. No man's staying with this. I keep on saying it. Attractive black women are actually attractive. Intelligent black women are actually intelligent. Talented black women are actually talented. Resourceful black women are actually resourceful. Until we start talking about relationships and intimacy and sex and obligation. And then that's when you start seeing the gynocratic fangs start coming down. Huh? That's when you start seeing the gynocracy. Shout out to Rebecca Lynn Pope. What did Rebecca Lynn Pope, a black woman, say? All these black women seem pretty, and I'm paraphrasing, even keel, and they're professionals, and they seem cool, and they're your friends, and you're like, oh crap, why are you single? And then she start talking to him about men and relationships, and Jekyll and Hyde. Huh? Yeah. Indigo says Afro-Latina equals different slave master. Right? Hysterical. Huh? Look at the difference, everyone. Look at the difference between the matriarchy or a matriarch and the gynocracy. Huh. The matriarchy at least believes that. When I reviewed BGS's video from about 7 years ago, 8 years ago at this point, and what you saw there were that was early 70s or something like that. What you saw there was a bunch of matriarchal women, and the light-skinned black woman was the one woman that was advocating for the gynocracy. Now we're about 50 plus years later, and the matriarchy has been pretty much killed off for the gynocracy. And what you just witnessed is a conversation between a Latina matriarch and 3 black gynocrats. Huh? That's what you just witnessed. Right? Luna showed you the difference between a transactional relationship, which is what she was speaking about, and the horror of being in a relationship with a mercenary. And that's what the black women on that panel, the gynocrats, were showing you. Y'all know Mr. Z does not really engage in this comparing black people to non-black people, particularly even though we're part of the black manosphere, black women to non-black women. This is so blatant, I didn't have a choice. Because this Latina is showing you what how a matriarch moves. We're not saying it's healthy. We ain't saying that she created a nuclear family and stayed with one of those husbands and made it work. We're showing you the levels of hell. The Latina representing a matriarch, the black women representing a gynocracy. Huh? The Latina actually understands that you have to at least give something to get something. And the gynocrats, and I'm going to really prove this at the end, the gynocrats said, no, screw that. I'm taking what I could get. Huh? Big Kev says, the world's worst gold diggers in action. Bruh, it's bad. It's horrendous. Right? Huh. So Luna continues, and this is what killed everything. This is when you know that we're real. This is when the conversation is real. This is when you can see the friction was building towards the end anyway. But this is when you really get to see that clash between the matriarchy and the gynocracy, right? Okay, so here we go. And Luna says, you can't tell a man you have to pay for something you might not ever get. That's not business. That's not good business. Let's say that again. Luna says, that's the Latina, you can't tell a man you have to pay for something you might not get. That's not business. That's not good business. Huh? That's her response to the rest of the panel. And she says she has two sons. One of them is 18, lives with his girlfriend on his own, etc., etc. Once again, you see a matriarch trying to tell you, hey, you look, we got to give them something. We got to do something. I'm not even saying that it shouldn't be lopsided on our end as women. What I'm saying is you got to incentivize them somehow. You got to do something for them, right? I'm not saying we're not going to screw them over in divorce court eventually. I'm not even saying we're not going to cheat on them. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying you have to do something. Huh? You have to give them something. It can't just be your presence. That's what you see the Latina saying here. It's not good business. And that was her response to Kiki, the host, speaking about this is not transactional, this is an investment. And what Luna was saying is, well, if this is an investment, then what are the men investing in? That is what Luna is trying to, the Latina, that's what she's trying to say. Okay, if you're saying this is not transactional, this is an investment, well, how do you expect the men to invest in something they may not get? Once again, see, dear black women, dear the black women that think and move it like this, like these three black women on this panel. See, when you're in your echo chambers and y'all blowing smoke up each other's ass and y'all talking about how horrible black men are and black men don't value black women and black men colorist, featurist, texturist and black men are not real men and black men don't have enough money and black men, they just don't know how to treat a woman and you're going to go swirl and you're going to go divest and these other men know how to do it better and y'all just blowing smoke up each other's ass. No one's doing this. You see what happens when you actually have to sit down with someone who just slightly disagrees, just teeny tiny bit disagreement? Huh? Do you see the difference here? Look at the difference here, right? Luna continues and says, what am I investing in? Luna is given the man's perspective here. What am I investing in? Huh? Once again, everyone, it's not transactional relationship. It's mercenary. That is what the black gynocracy is engaging in. What Luna is telling you is what transactional relationship actually sounds like and looks like. It's a woman actually saying, okay, what am I going to do? What is he investing in? Okay, fine. Mr. Z doesn't even believe in transactional relationships. But fine, if we're going to do transaction, the Luna is telling you as a matriarch, she's thinking to herself, okay, what am I going to provide for what he's going to provide me that I want? I want this. What am I going to provide for that? What y'all saw, let's rewind. Rest in peace, Kevin. What you saw on Kevin Samuel's show every single night is that black women did not have an answer to that question. Here we are over 2 years later, Luna the Latina is having a conversation with three black women on a panel, and they still don't got an answer to that question. Huh? Y'all know how Mr. Z does it. On Kevin's show, it didn't matter if she was light skinned or dark skinned. Looser curls, 4C curls. Educated, not educated. West Coast, East Coast, down South, Midwest. It didn't matter. Pacific Northwest, it didn't matter. Heavy set, slim. It did not matter. No children, it did not matter. Celibate, out here doing whatever with whoever, it did not matter. Straight or LGBTQ, queer, whatever the hell, it did not matter. Black women, by and large, did not have an answer to that question because their answer to that question is, shout out to Edward Anderson, I'm me. And because I'm me, that means my mere presence should be enough. Yeah, but you want him to do this, and and that's what Luna was saying. I want the house, the house in the burbs with the white picket fence. I want my kids to go to this school. I want my kids to travel. What am I doing to get that? She's literally saying this. This is a Latina saying this to black women, and the black women are looking at her like, lady, you done lost your mind. We don't do that over here. Huh? Remember, the Latina is a woman married 4 times with 5 kids, and she seems like the reasonable one. She's telling them, fine, this is what you want. This is Kevin Samuels all over again. This is what you want. What are you going to do for the men that you want? What do they want, and what are you going to do about it? And black women are looking at her like, oh, wait a minute. That's not what we do over here. Right? Vince. Vincent signed the paperwork, Z. Shout out to Edward Anderson. Huh? Oh, say that again. Wait, we gotta highlight that. And inspired truth says generous coming from women. When women say generous equals exploitative relationship, buyer beware, gentlemen, and good morning. Say that again. Huh? Thank you. And Jay says JT 9000 over 9,000. And JT 9000 says they are like pirates. Take all you can, give nothing back. Man. Right? Huh. We continue. Right? So Kiki pushes back when Luna says, and Kiki is the host, the one I think she had a pink dress on. When Luna says, what am I investing in? This is Luna giving a man's perspective on this conversation. Kiki, the host, pushes back and says, I will never feel pressured into having sex. We can run our own business however we want. And that was Kiki responding to Luna when Luna says, you can't tell a man you have to pay for something you might not ever get. That's not business. That's not good business. Right? And y'all give Z 1 second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. And we're back. Regular streams, right? So, and we're back. Y'all give Z 1 second, actually, again. Okay, we're back, right? So, once again, the gynocracy versus the matriarchy. The Latina is engaging in matriarchal conversation. We're not even saying that is the best thing for black men. We would be going back to 1950s-ish, 1960s-ish type of relationships. We're not even saying that this is the best thing for black men. We're saying, once again, the levels of hell. Right? How deep does hell go? Right? And you're seeing as the black gynocracy tell you, oh yeah, no, we go all the way to the core of Earth. Right? We go all the way to the core of the Earth. That's what you see the black gynocracy saying here. Right? So after Kiki says, I don't feel that women are doing bad business for not giving men something at the end. So let's go back. So Kiki says to the host, because Kiki is pushing back. That's the host, right? Kiki is pushing back on Luna and says, I will never feel pressured into having sex. We can run our own business how we want. And she's saying that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur. That's Kiki doing the same thing that you see black women do to white men and Latina women and Latino men and white women whenever they cross that line to the black gynocracy and start being like, oh man, this is how y'all are treating black men. Whenever you see black women say, hey, this is how we run our Negroes over here. Don't tell us what to do over here. That's what Kiki just said to the Latina. That's what she just said to Luna. The beauty of running your own business, the beauty of being a gynocrat is we do what we want to do, how we want to do it. Ain't no rules over here except we run things over here. That's the rule. Once again, provide, protect, and shut up, black men. Huh? Read through the lines, everyone. Right? So, Luna responds to Kiki. Kiki, once again, is the host with the pink dress, if I'm not mistaken. Luna responds to Kiki by saying, then I won't receive the gifts, right? So if I'm dating a man, or if we're going out and whatnot, and I'm really not interested in him like that, and this transaction isn't going the way I won't receive the gifts. In other words, whatever he does for me, I'll turn it down or whatever. I'm not going to exploit him. I'm not going to take advantage of him. Right? So this is Luna, and she literally says, I wouldn't receive the gifts. Once again, that's the Latina speaking to the host. The host responds, this is Kiki once again, and I love that for you. I love that for you, and I'm taking it. I'm taking the gifts, right? And I love that for you, and I'm taking it. I'm taking the gifts, and I'm still not doing nothing with you. And there we go. That's all y'all need to hear. That's everything right there. Huh? Kiki just told y'all why 62% of black women are single. Kiki just told you why black women, once again, Black Enterprise Institute, who got their information from the Federal Reserve of St. Louis, this is why black women have a wealth of $3,300. Kiki just explained to you why black women, single, once again, let's say this again, single black and Latina women have the least amount of wealth in America. Black women having the absolute least at $3,300. Thank you, Demetrius. Basically saying you better than me. Whenever you hear a woman, especially a black woman, say, I love that for you, she said, not me. Oh, that's cute, right? She's really insulting you. I love that for you. Not me. I'll never do it. That's what she was saying to Luna. If you want to know why 62% of black women are single, if you want to know why black women have the least amount of wealth in America, this is the advice. This is how they speak at brunch to each other. When they're at the day parties and they've done it in the pool or whatever, and they sitting back, knocking back mimosas, this is how they're speaking to each other. This is how they blow smoke up each other's ass. This is why black women are so goddamn chronically single, lonely. And y'all already know Mr. Z says, just because you're single doesn't mean you're lonely. They're lonely. Huh? You just watched the gynocracy say to the matriarchy, oh, I love that for you, but not me. I'm going to take those gifts and I still ain't going to do nothing. That's why Mr. Z going right back. I told you I was going to get here. Right? That's why Mr. Z said this is not transactional. This is relationship mercenary. What black women are engaging in is relationship mercenary. It's not transactional. What Luna, the Latina, was saying, Luna, the life coach, what she was saying is transactional. What the black women on that panel was saying was, no, we mercenaries and we get what we could get. Going right back to that conversation you saw BGS post, how long ago was that? Where the black women in what, the 1970s said to the brother, oh no, we gotta get what we could get for as long as we could get. Huh? Wow. I keep on reiterating this point because I really need to drive this point home. A Latina who's been married 4 times, 5 children from 4 different men, right? From, you know what, Mr. Z might be wrong. All those children could not be from those 4 different men, but she has 5 children and she's been married 4 times. So let me say it that way. Let's make a slight correction. She has 5 children and she's been married 4 times. So there we go. The Latina who's off the reservation her damn self. That's what I'm trying to emphasize here. The Latina who's off the reservation, who's a bit off her rocker, her damn self, right, is still the reasonable one and still the realistic one out of a panel of 4. 3 black women, 1 Latina. The Latina, once again, 4 marriages, 5 children, is the one that's reasonable one and the realistic one. Frightening. And the black toxic masculinist says she quickly skipped past when the lady said, we aren't. You're vetting men for men before having babies for them. Yeah. Yep. So when the Latina once again married 4 times, 5 children, when she said, "Well, why are we having children for men before vetting them?" They skip past that. You're right. You can hear crickets in there when she said that. You're right, huh? Huh? Welcome to Dade County, everyone. Y'all want to know why Mr. Z speaks the way he does? Right? Why I understand womanese the way I do? Once again, I'm not super fluent because I'm not a black woman. It's because, once again, for those of you that missed my intro, I grew up with women just like this. I grew up with them. I grew up with their younger sisters. I grew up with their older girl cousins. I grew up with them. Huh? I grew up with a Latina just like that. I grew up with black women just like that. I knew women like that since I was a little boy and they were little girls. Welcome to the Tri-County area, everyone. Huh? Huh? The host said to Luna when Luna said I wouldn't receive the gifts. In other words, I'm not gonna exploit these men. And Kiki, the host, says to her, and I love that for you. I'm taking it, the gifts, and I'm still not doing nothing with you. I'm still not doing anything with those men. That's why Mr. Z says, once again, this is not transactional. This is mercenary. Huh? This is not transactional. This is mercenary. And the definition for transactional relationship is a transactional relationship is a give and take agreement where people do things for each other in anticipation of receiving something in return. Huh? That is not what these ladies are engaging with. As a matter of fact, Kiki, because they tried to reframe it, that's once again postmodernism, post-structuralism. Nothing means nothing. Wait, excuse me. Nothing means nothing and everything means everything. Yeah, there we go. Huh? I can change definitions and change words and change this and change that and do what I want, when I want, how it suits me every second of every day. So they're using the word transaction. That's not what they actually mean. And Luna busts them out in this conversation. Dear black women, I got to do a better job at vetting these other women because they make y'all look like the hypocrites y'all are. They expose y'all for why y'all so goddamn chronically single as a group. Why y'all got the lowest marriage rate. You could keep on saying it's because the black men don't value us and they're intimidated by our education and colorism, featureism, texturism. You could keep on saying that. The second we put a black woman that doesn't have this type of mindset in the room, the second we put a non-black woman, especially one that doesn't have this mindset in the room, y'all get bust out. And they don't even got to try. Luna wasn't even trying. Huh? Luna wasn't even trying. Even when she said, I disagree, listen to her tone. I disagree. I disagree. Huh? And the definition of mercenary. A mercenary, also known as a hired gun soldier of fortune or merc, is a private individual who is not part of an official military and fights in an armed conflict for personal gain. Mercenaries are often hired by foreign countries or governments to serve in their armies and may fight for any state or nation without regard to political interests. Excuse me. Huh? Yeah. Right? What are men getting for being your spouse? Huh? What are men getting for being your spouse? These are the questions that Luna was asking. Huh? You can't tell a man you have to pay for something you might not ever get. That's not business. That's not good business. What did I tell y'all about this partnership word? This is why y'all don't see Mr. Z say partner. I might throw it around kind of mocking it and using it the way women use it, but none of us believe in this partner stuff over here in the Black Manosphere. That's why y'all see Mr. Z ain't for it, Ed ain't for it, BGS ain't for it, even Obsidian ain't for it. Nobody uses this partner language because we know y'all ain't good partners. Exhibit A. And I already told y'all, once you put women, black women in specific, but once you put women and show them what transactional really look like, they ain't signing up for that. Huh? They're not signing up for it because they don't really mean it. On either end. They're not trying to actually be transactional because they're not trying to be fair. And they're not trying to be transactional because they don't want to see what men look like when men say, fine, you want transaction, fine. Everything costs. If I change a lug nut for you, it costs. If I give you a jump start on your battery, it costs. And it may not be money. I'll take blowjobs. Uh-oh. Women don't actually want transactional. They want to be mercenaries. The goal here for black women in specific is for you to be naive, for you to be green to the game. Huh? While they're acting as mercenaries. That's the goal here. Huh? That's the goal here. For you to be green to the game, for you to be naive, for you to be whimsical, and for them to be transactional, nope, mercenaries. They don't actually want to engage with transactional relationships. They don't mean it. I always knew they didn't mean it. All of us knew they did not mean it. Right? And once again, the Black Masculinists, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. And Kunguru says, and thank you for the super chat. Z, my ex who is a Spelman grad hit me with the you get me, you get me, right? What do you, and I get what you're saying. When you're asking her, so what do I get for everything I'm about to put in and all this time and this energy and this money? And she says, you get me. I stared in disbelief because that's when I knew this ish was real. Oh, the myth of white womanhood rears its ugly head even when we're not talking about it. Huh? Isn't my presence deserving? And God forbid they push out a baby for you. Oh boy. Because that's how they see it. Like they didn't want the baby also. Okay, fine. They already feel like you owe them forever if they give you 1 minute of their time. It's not like you're giving a minute of your time also, though. But God forbid they have a child. Oh, you owe them forever. Not until that child is 18. Nope. Not until that child is 22 or 23 and graduate college. Nope. You owe her forever. Huh? Shout out to Kunguru because I'm me. Shout out to Edward Anderson. So women are telling you, they're straight up, black women in particular, the black gynocracy is telling you, from my presence, let me tell you what my presence costs. My presence costs all of your time, all of your energy, all of your money, all of your effort, your monogamy, right? Oh yeah, just my mere presence cost all of that. No, go into the title of the video. No, ladies, men cost. To Miss I am Monique J. That's why y'all so goddamn single. And maybe you're not single. Maybe the other black women on the panel are not single. But black women writ large, particularly in America, the reason why y'all so goddamn single is because of that mindset right there. Huh? That's why you're so goddamn single. No black man, no white man, no Latino man, no Asian man. Damn, not even another woman. Oops. Huh? This is why black women have the least amount of wealth in America. Huh? There's a cost. I keep on saying it. Dear black women, there's a cost to you giving black men the middle finger. To Miss Monique J, there's all that sass, all that attitude, all that neck rolling. Huh? If y'all see the look on Miss Monique J's face, oh, it's just a buildup. You can see the climax. You see her getting more and more rageful, more, and then you just see it end when she say, period. What we talking about? And her body language and her facial expression, it says everything. Negro, I'm me. What transactional? What are you getting? Negro, I'm me. I'm here. Me just being here warrants everything from you. See, y'all think we being hyperbolic when we say this is how the gynocracy thinks. And not y'all in the black manosphere, but the FD signifiers and whatnot, they think we're joking. And they think it's just some internet conversation thing. The beauty of this conversation being so saturated, y'all see this stuff all over the internet and social media. The beauty is the women are talking. Even the women that are not even engaging in the back and forth, in particular, the loud ass back and forth with black men and black women, they're not card carrying divestors, we'll say. They're not card carrying swirlers. You let them talk long enough and they sound like Miss Monique J. They sound like Kiki. That's what they sound like. Relationship mercenaries. Huh? They sound like relationship mercenaries. Huh? So to FD and to Dr. Umar Johnson and to Foreign Man in a Foreign Land and to Conscious Lee and to Professor Odie and to, right? Alvin from Waving the Red Flag and all y'all, like I continue to say, y'all are not bringing these women to the deep end of the pool. That's why y'all never hear this. Y'all play patty cake with them. Y'all reframe their I'm gonna say transactional. It's actually mercenary. Their transactional understanding of relationship. No, this is what they're really on. Y'all don't ask the right questions. Y'all don't frame it the right way, and so you never hear them say this. You just see them on the other side of divorce court, where they lie to you and say, "Oh yeah, my ex-husband, he didn't know how to value me. He didn't know how to treat me, and he was a bad communicator," and all that BS crap talk that women give you of being victims of men, perpetual victims of men. But in reality, this is how they thought the whole marriage. Huh? You want to know why black women are so goddamn single? This is how they think. This is how they speak to each other. This is how they blow smoke up each other's ass. Huh? This Latina, y'all understand what I'm saying? A Latina, 4 children. Excuse me, said that wrong. 5 children, married 4 times. Say that again, Z. 5 children, married 4 times. Latina. In a vacuum, you would be like, "Oh God, Z, we got to review that. This lady's all type of messed up." And she's a life coach. There's so much to say about that. Until you widen the scope and then you put her in the room with 3 other black women and then she don't look that bad no more. God damn. Huh? The Latina. 5 children, married 4 times. Her words. She's showing you the difference between a matriarch and the gynocracy. She's showing you the difference. Huh? She's saying to the gynocracy, you can't tell a man you have to pay for something you might not ever get. That's not business. That's not good business. And Miss Luna, giving the man's perspective, what am I investing in? Huh? What am I investing in? That's Miss Luna, the matriarch, giving a man's perspective. Huh? And the response to her is, I don't feel, and this is Kiki the host, I don't feel that women are doing bad business for not giving men something at the end. I don't feel like women are doing, emphasis on the word feel, I don't feel like women are doing bad business by not giving men something at the end. Oh, you gotta love it. Luna responds to her, I want to receive the gift then. Kiki, once again, the host says, and I love that for you, and I'm taking the gifts anyway. And I'm still not doing with you anything with you, talking about men. You want to know why black women are so goddamn single in America? Dear black community, dear Steve Harvey, dear his ilk, Dr. Umar Johnson and his ilk, FD signified all the leftist bread tube, right, or cornbread tube, black bread tube, however you want to frame it. Y'all are gonna address this. I don't care what y'all say. We're gonna watch your daughter starve if you don't. Oops. We're gonna watch your daughter starve, educated or not. They don't earn enough. Not all of them are Dr. Chris Marsh. Not all of them are Ebony K. Williams and Amanda Seals, huh? And Taraji P. Henson. Not all of them got that type of money. Most of them don't, and I mean the vast majority of them don't. We're gonna watch them starve because ain't nobody trying to marry black gynocrats like on this show. Not white men, not Latino men, and not black men. Huh? Welcome to Dade County, everyone. And these women represent black women around where y'all live too. It's just slight different way of saying it here in South Florida. Huh? Y'all let a Latina. Oh, y'all let a Latina with 5 children, married 4 times, look like the reasonable one. And y'all didn't even see nothing wrong with it. And then Kiki tried to shade her by saying, oh, I love that for you, but so for all of those women that keep on lying to yourselves and pretending like you don't understand why some of these brothers are going to end up with one of those immigrants from south of the border with 1 kid already, maybe even 2, you don't want to know. You want to know why? Because y'all sound like this single, sometimes even with no kids, and the Latina sounds like, well, this Latina. There's levels to this, levels to hell. Going back to the title, men cost women. Dear black women, black men cost. And what you saw from that Latina matriarch is that she's admitting to you and she's telling you, hey, these men cost too. These men cost energy, they cost time, they cost femininity, they cost you deferring to them. She's talking to y'all biblically. Mr. Z, that's not really my lane, but okay. About the curse on the men, labor, and the curse on the women, deferring to the men because Adam and Eve bit into the apple. Huh? Uh-oh. Say that again. And Els Active says, I love that for you equals shut the hell up. Huh? Another word of advice, dear black women, stop having these conversations with these non-black women. I'm telling y'all, they making y'all look like fools. But you can't help it. You don't care because your goal is to check black men and to remind black men of their place. Ain't that right? Huh? TF Indifference is multiple levels of hell. Keisha's Inferno. Hysterical. Huh? And Eric Deadman says, proving Soraya Brooks right in real time. And Soraya Brooks, I think that's the Turkish woman that's in Germany, that's married to a brother, right? And low key, you might have a point there, Eric. You might have a point there, right? You might have a point there. Oh man, that's frightening. 3 black women. 3 black women. Y'all couldn't even put on a show and pretend. Chrissy, you want to keep on telling us, oh, it's black men and the way they speak about black women? That's what you want to say, Yanni? That's what you want to say, Paris? Huh? That's what you want to say, Cynthia G? Lexus Exodus? Crystal and Kerosene? Huh? Y'all want to keep on saying it's black men? Y'all can't even pretend in front of the Latina on camera. Oh, it's been black men and their colorism and they don't know how to treat a woman and they don't value. And then why y'all not with the white dude? Oops. You want to keep on claiming loyalty? Oh no, we're too loyal to black men. Ain't that right, Chrissy? Ain't that right, Tanya TKO? We know it's our loyalty. Yeah, that's it. Huh? That's what y'all want to keep on claiming? Censoray, that's what y'all want to keep on claiming? Huh? Y'all are full of crap. Y'all know why black women are single? Because they sound like this. And ain't nobody, no man is signing up for this. Huh? Whatever the name of the professor that BGS covered a few days ago. Yeah, that's it. Black men are chasing after stringy hair, white women, fair skin, light eyes. Yeah, that's it. That's why black women are so damn single, huh? Dr. Chris Marsh, that's why black women are so damn single, huh? It's not because they don't sound like this, right? Huh? Amanda Seals, Ebony K. Williams, that's why black women are so damn single. Lauren, that's why black women are so damn single. Because y'all sound and think like this. Huh? Everybody's pretending like they don't know. And then we put the camera in front of black women's faces, and this is how they sound. Even with the Latina in the room. They can't even pretend. They can't even try to one-up her. They don't try to one-up her, they try to shut her up. Y'all can't even fake for 30 minutes, god damn. Oh my god. Y'all can't even fake for 30 minutes. Wow. And AB says, didn't you hear about the 40,000 black women who got on a Zoom call to raise $1.1 million for Kamala? Look, Kamala didn't raise $51 million in less than 24 hours, everyone. Huh? So shout out to all the women who keep on saying, we're all we got. All right. You sure you want to own that? Fine. And to all us younger Xers and millennials and the oldest of Gen Z, when I told y'all golden girls, huh? I'm not joking. Because they sound like this. Children are not. Huh? So yes, Eric Denman, yes, Soraya Brooks proven right in real time. Do y'all? The bar is in hell. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna say it probably another dozen times. A Latina with 5 children, married 4 times. Her words. Say it again, Z. Her words. A Latina, 5 children, married 4 times is making y'all look like a joke. Huh? Because y'all can't help but think that a man's job is to provide, protect, and shut up. Ain't that what Yanni said? I like a man of few words. Oh boy. What's the incentive? And with the Latina Luna, once again, 5 children, married 4 times. What she's saying, and this is what Kevin was attempting to tell y'all, what's the incentive for him? What's the incentive for him? Huh? And a panel of 3 other black women pretty much said, my presence? Me! Huh? It's not transactional, everyone. It's mercenary. That's what black women are engaging in here. It's mercenary. And when you let them talk long enough, they're showing you it's mercenary. Huh? Vince says, Z, we need to get you a soundboard, apparently. And Better You says, God damn, she's 4x5. Right? And once again, Eric, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah. Jay says, your rude, condescending, mean presence, I'll pass. Huh? But Better You, yes. You know what she said, 5 kids, married 4 times. But black women let a Latina, right? Who's once again, and y'all gives you 1 second, y'all talk amongst yourselves. Reckless streams. Look like might have to do a fast ending, y'all. Okay, so let's read this. And the black toxic masculinist, he get it out, says, what does he get that most importantly he wants? Nothing. The vagina. Maybe. And that, by the way, is what Miss Luna, right? Luna, the life coach, that's what she was saying. Okay, fine. It's Kevin Samuels all over again. We're 2+ years later and they still don't got an answer. You would have thought black women would have said, okay, you know what? Kevin made us look like an ass in front of the world. We're pretending like we don't feel it and we don't see it. But okay, look, secret black girls meeting. Kevin made us look like an ass. We ain't gonna never admit it outside, but Kevin made us look like an ass. Okay, can we at least come up with an answer for this question when men ask it, when black men ask it, or at least when we could tell that's where we are now in the conversation? Can we at least come up with an answer now for this? And 2+ years later, they still don't got an answer, and they never will, because of the myth of white womanhood has informed them that white women get everything from white men for just existing. And so black women are like, oh, let me get a piece of that. White women get to do it. White women aren't told to settle. Huh? Thank you, Passport OG. And Passport OG says, and thank you for the super chat, how you ain't gonna pay? Trick on me, right? Huh? White women aren't told to settle. Y'all think, I'm telling y'all, in the back of their mind is some mythical, magical, super rich white woman that just exists, and her man she just gets anything out of her man's pockets whenever. We're not even just saying husband. Whatever random man is around that finds her appealing enough, or what they're saying is we gonna every type of interaction with a man needs to be a shakedown for his money, for his resources, for his time, for everything. Mercenary. That's not even transactional. Mercenary. Huh? Mercenary. And Mr. Shook to You says, and thank you for the super chat, black women need to remove love from their vocabulary. Bro, it's not love. And thank you. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Exactly. Exactly, Mr. Shook to You. And thank you for the super chat. Exactly. Huh? Exactly. It's not love. It's not even transactional. It's mercenary. Inspired Truth Broadcast, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. Right? And I'm sorry I'm going through these quickly. Once again, y'all already, this is why we call it the reckless streams. Y'all already know, right? Don't put it in the comments. And KMS says, black women are not mercenary relationship-wise. Mercenaries have a complete objective for their employees to get paid. They're not pirates because pirates use physical force. They are simple, aggressive beggars. Nothing more. KMS said, no, correction, Z. Aggressive beggars. And so this is what Telescope was kind of getting to when he mentioned that realtors, because that's what Miss Monique J said she does, that about 50% of realtors make less than $30,000 a year. And so that's essentially what Telescope was getting to when he said that. So she's earning probably similar money. Let's throw 10 grand on it just to be nice. Let's say she's earning 40. That's still no real money and stuff sort of like that. You're kind of in line for your average woman's income. Cool-ish, right? Once again, we already know. Shout out to Compassionate. Shout out to Black demographics, we already know that what 5 million less than $50,000 a year, 50 or less, huh? Even if we adjust for inflation, even if I want to throw 5 grand on it just to be nice, once again, that would be 5 million out of 7 million that earn 55 or less, huh? So I hear you, KMS, right? KMS is saying, Nazi, you're using the wrong language. They're not even mercenaries. They're aggressive beggars. Shout out to Telescope. I hear you, Telescope, right? And KMS also says, also, black women are going to be doing everything in their power to get Kamala Harris face pause Harris in office. Black women are going to show every inch of their ass the next couple of months. I agree. And that's why I said the other night, get ready for the pressure. Black men, they're going to come at you with 10 tons of pressure about why you not voting Kamala, how sexist you are, how patriarchal you are. We already see Joyanne Reed trying to do the whole white adjacent manhood thing with black men. Bruh, first of all, these arguments are so old. Listen, y'all are so late with the conversation. This is what happened to Tiffany Cross. Y'all do not appreciate how much younger Xers in general too, but younger Xers, millennials, and Gen Z, we just don't buy into this. Y'all think it's just a Black Manospheres thing. We about to show you I'm about to show you better than I could tell you. We're about to show you the difference in a minute. Between what y'all used to and how y'all used to shaming black men and what you can't get away with anymore. Now, I'm not saying the majority of black men aren't going to vote Democrat. I'm saying we're about to scare the hell out of y'all. That's what I am saying. How many black men are going to stay home and how many black men are going to vote for Trump out of spite, not because they actually like him, but because black women sound like Joyanne Reed. Oops. Shut the hell up, lady. Huh? If you're not kissing our ass, I said it the way I meant it. If you're not speaking about us in particular as black men, then shut the hell up. And if you don't, we're about to show you why you should have. If everybody else gets to vote out of spite, and if everybody else gets to vote just to spite another group or to spite another candidate, why can't black men engage in it? Watch this, black women. Trust is not at 2024. I'm saying. Huh? I'm saying. Right? TF TF says aggressive beggars and race hustlers. Huh? So I hear you, KMS. Right? I'm gonna add that also. I'm gonna use them interchangeably. I still want to say mercenary because it just rolls off the tongue, easy pause, and people get it, right? But aggressive beggars, definitely. KMS said, not even swaggy beggars, aggressive beggars. I'll do you one better, Z. Aggressive beggars. Huh? And this is them telling you what your obligations as a man is when in pursuit of them. But as Luna, the Latina, as she said, what is he getting for that? And what the black women are telling you is, I'm me. I'm me. I'm here. I exist. That's what he's getting. My presence. Huh? So coming to a close, y'all. And I'm sorry I have to close out like this. We might do a part 2 to this. Y'all could add it to my growing list of should have, would have been part 2s. But yeah. And y'all definitely, I'm telling y'all, check out the links in the description box, especially when the conversation gets to transactional relationships. Look at the look on Miss I am Monique J's face. The disgust, the swag, the bravado, the attitude. You could tell, look, I'm a black woman. I'm me. He's a black man. What if you don't pay these bills? She straight up said it, and look at the attitude on her face. Huh? You want to know why 62% of black women are single? Look at Miss I am Monique J's face. Look at her face. Huh? Look at her face when she's speaking about this. You want to know why 62% of black women, y'all could call it colorism all you want. The more we let you, this is why I say let them talk, everyone. The internet will expose us all. That's why I say both of those things. You want to know why black women are so goddamn single, Dr. Umar Johnson? Look at Monique J's face. Huh? Dr. Richard Reeves. Men overproduce. Overproduce for who? Kiki and Monique J? Absolutely not. Huh? Hysterical. Better use his pansexual panhandlers. Hysterical. Right? Absolutely not. So to all you men, white, black, Latino, Dave Ramsey over here trying to shame men in general, white men specifically, but same men in general and with gravel in your stomach and yawn, whatever the hell you talking about. Bro, ain't nobody trying to take care of your daughters when they sound like this, bro. Let them starve. No, Dr. Richard Reeves, we're not overproducing for women like this. Absolutely not. Not that's why Mr. Z keeps on saying they see you as a walking wallet and overglorified guard dog. And Miss Monique J just expressed that to you. Huh? Huh? Oh no, y'all want to engage in transactional? We'll show you what transactional really mean. Nope. We'll show you what transactional really mean. Good luck. Right? And on that note, everyone, y'all already know reckless streams. So we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Shout out to the replay gang. Y'all put the comments in the comment section. I guess we'll continue the conversation in the comment section until we maybe do a part 2, hopefully, possibly tonight or this afternoon, and we'll see. All right, y'all. So I will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all have a great, great, great rest of y'all day. Y'all already know Mr. Z got to rush off because reckless streams. All right, y'all. Mr. Z out. Y'all go check out other non-Black Manosphere content, other Manosphere content. So I think Dr. Thunder might still be streaming, and Roger Report should be coming on in a few minutes. So there y'all go. So I'm kind of in a dead zone. All right, y'all. Z out.